He's got the toys. He's got showmanship. And he's got sex appeal. Ladies and gentlemen, from the great Southwest, here's the guru of gadgets, the dapper and dashing Don Baine, the Gadget Professor. Gadget Professor.
Hello everyone, this is Don Baine, the Gadget Professor, coming to you live and in color from our home studio in Scottsdale, Arizona. We were unable to get into the studio this morning to record because it is actually fully booked, which is a good thing, so I had to revert to the home studio. So if you're new to the Gadget Professor, welcome. I'm glad that you tuned in. We are on episode 157, and as you know, every Thursday evening we come up with a new show, and we try to pick on a gadget and a bunch of software to enlighten your life and hopefully make the technology understandable and enjoyable for you. So we have a pretty interesting show today. I have an interesting gadget. It's actually called the Business Starter Kit, and it's made by a company called Binatone, I guess it is, or Binatone, and it's an interesting product. I'll show it to you in a minute. It's actually used for Skype calls and phone calls on your computer, so we'll take a peek at that. And I also have a very, very cool piece of software that's free, so you'll want to stay tuned. So let's get right into it. If you want to contact the Gadget Professor, you can do that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just contact me at my Gmail address, which is thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com, and I will answer all my email, I promise. Also, you can go to our webpage, and that would be thegadgetprofessor.com. And when you get there, just scroll down halfway, and in the middle of the page, you'll see the newsletter button, if you will, right here. You just click on that, you put your email address in, and then what will happen is every Thursday night, as soon as the show is done, I will send you the show notes via email. And what the show notes are, it's a synopsis of everything that we discussed in this episode, and everything is highlighted, so all the URLs, all the products that we talked about, the news articles, whatever, you'll have very conveniently for you in the show notes. It's totally free. I don't send out any junk mail or anything like that, so that's the best way to keep informed on the Gadget Professor. That said, we do have a great Facebook page here, and the Facebook page will have all kinds of things on it. Our episodes will be posted on there. Here's a sale that I found on the XLR microphone, the C89, which is a good buy at Multimedia Communications. And people email me questions and things like that. And from time to time, I put up different interviews that I've done, like the NAB interview. So you might find that interesting. And of course, everybody knows my favorite page, which is Rebel Mouse. That would be Rebel Mouse /Gadget Professor. Now, the Rebel Mouse page is really cool because I tweet a lot. If you want to follow me on Twitter, that would be at Gadget Professor, again, at Gadget Professor on Twitter. And I tweet quite a bit, and I have several people that actually help me tweet. And what the Rebel Mouse page does, again, this is totally free. It takes all the tweets that I've done as soon as they come out, and it makes a pictorial of them. So what you're going to see on the Rebel Mouse page is every new gadget that's come out, probably within the hour, and this page refreshes itself and is constantly being updated. So you can go back to this several times a day, and it will actually be changing on you. So it's a very dynamic page, as they say, so you'll want to check out that. Again, it's Rebel Mouse /Gadget Professor, and it's also on the show notes. So here's an interesting thing for you. This is called riskware. Actually, ransomware, excuse me. And ransomware will infect your computer. And what it does is you actually get a notice on your screen, full screen, that says you're locked out of your computer, and if you don't pay us $200 or $300 within 48 hours, your hard drive information will be locked forever. And that's exactly the case. That's exactly what it is. So CyberLocker malware terrified computer users worldwide with its ability to hold computers for ransom, encrypting the files on infected devices and refusing to unlock them unless the victims are actually paid a fee. Unfortunately, CyberLocker is just one of the many kinds of what they call ransomware that is increasingly found worldwide. Yet another antivirus and security company has found evidence that more people are encountering ransomware on the internet, leading to increased infections, increased earnings for the calculating cyber criminals behind the outbreak. So essentially, if you don't pay them the money, and they'll take PayPal, they have special accounts that they set up. Many times people have attempted to pay, and they take their money and then they don't get a password to unencrypt it. So hopefully you won't get that, and the ways you avoid that is by absolutely having your virus protection software not only installed, but make sure that that's updated, and also your malware software. Make sure that it's updated, not only that you have it, but it's updating on a daily or hourly basis. That's so important. Most of the biggies out there are updating this automatically anyway, but sometimes you have it on and you inadvertently turn off the update feature, so you want to make real sure that your computer is actually updating. Now, I have located, and I'll put this on the show notes, FSecure, which has been around for a while. They have a site, a website that you can actually go to and remove the virus. Now, as I understand it from what I've read, there's like 5 different variations, but one variation locks you out of the computer immediately, and you can't do anything, so this site would be useless for you. The other, I guess, more common variation is that you can use your computer, but it's on a timer. You only have like 24 or 48 hours, and the clock is ticking down. After that, you're locked out. So if you're getting it, hopefully you'll get that variety. And if you go to this website, and again, I'll have this on the show notes, it actually shows you how to get rid of that virus, and also run some software to automatically remove it on the web, or how to manually remove it. And there's quite a few steps, and it's not for the faint of heart. It would take me a while too to get rid of it, so you want to be very careful. Quite frankly, if you're using Microsoft Essentials on your PC, which is totally free, and Malwarebytes, and you can see that I'm using it there. There's my Malwarebytes. I use that all the time, and there's my Security Essentials, which is again free. They're both free. That's all I use on my machine, and so far so good. Of course, you're never going to open up an email that has a file that you don't know who it's from. So if it's a PDF, certainly if it's an exe or a zip file or any type of file that you see that you're not familiar with from someone who sent it to you that you know, you do not open that, because sometimes you'll open it up and you think, it's nothing, but your computer has automatically been compromised and infected, so be very careful. Well, let's move on. Talking about security, there's a free site out there. It's called pgp.org.net. It's pretty good encryption, and that's what PGP basically stands for. And what this will do is it will give you software that will allow you to encrypt your email, encrypt your Word documents, or whatever. It's free, totally free. It's very good. It's used by millions of people. And if you're interested in that, I will put this web page up there, and it will definitely protect your files and keep you private. No question about that. Now, for those people who don't want to get so technical and yet want to encrypt their email and make sure that it's safe, now, nothing is really safe. If you have a server from a company email or some type of email that's used on a server, anybody who has access to that server has access to your email. If you put a credit card number in there or a password or whatever it may be, anybody who's involved with that maintaining of that server has very easy access to that information. It's very simple to do. Also, if you're on Gmail and Yahoo, they do encrypt their email. No question about that. But those accounts have been hacked. And the other thing is that the folks at Google also have access to all your email, which you may not realize, but they can go in and search anything and no one would know that they're doing that. So if someone compromises your Google account, they get access to everything. They'll get all your passwords. They can go into your Facebook account. They'll get into all your Gmail, on and on and on and on. So security is something that I mention each week, and you've got to be very careful. But this is a relatively new software. It's called SendInc, and this is free. They have certainly paid solutions, but this will allow you to send email. It's a simple way to send email and secure email. It's safe, it's fast, and it's free. And all you got to do is just sign up. They have multiple options, but you can send it Pro, you can send in corporate, sending mobile mail, sending through a gateway, and Outlook add-on. So check this out. It's very easy to use. You put who it's from, which would be you, who it's going to, the subjects, and basically that's all there is to it. So I will put this up on the website, and you can check that out. Now, again, here's some more email stuff. I'm kind of doing an episode on email, if you will. This is unlimited email tracking if you have Gmail. And again, there are free parts of this, and then there are also charged parts, that you'll pay for. But this will track your Gmail in real time and get notified the very moment your recipients read your email. If you're in the sales profession, follow up on the phone with a potential customer as soon as they start reading your email, and you can immediately call them or wait 5 minutes and call them, and it's kind of like a timely call because you know they just opened up their email. So the right information in context, see exactly what has been read, which emails right alongside the thread itself. No more navigating to the top separate app. Just use email the way you normally would, and you'll see who's reading your email. So that's a pretty cool app. It is free, and they also have all kinds of charts and graphs that you can dig down. You can see how many hops the email had to take before it got to the end user, and it's a very cool program. I've toyed around with it a little bit, and I like it very much. So again, they do have a free version of this software, and if you're interested in that, I would definitely check that out. It's at streak.com. So again, that will be in the show notes. Now, here's another piece of software that's very interesting. It's called Pushbullet. And this is built by a very small company in San Francisco, and their mission is to bridge the gap between your phone, your tablet, your computer, and any other type of device that you're using, and it will enable them to work together. Why this is important? It's very simple. In the past few years, smartphones and tablets have taken over people's digital lives. Sharing data between them with a computer, however, has become a real pain. We make that easy and automatic. And essentially what this will do is Pushbullet makes a lot of things easy. Here are some examples. Pushbullet can show your Android phone's notifications on your computer, enable to see who's calling you or texting you without having to grab your phone. So you could be working right on your desktop, and if someone texts you, sends you a text message, that will automatically appear on your desktop, and that's pretty cool. Setting it up is easy once you got the Android app and the Chrome extension, and that's just an app that you're going to put on the Chrome browser, which is what I always use and I'm using right now. So you put in what's called an app on your browser. It's totally free, and that will basically talk to your smartphone. So that's how this thing essentially works. To see your phone's notifications on the computer, you head to the settings in the Android app, then tap on the option to either enable or disable check or uncheck notification mirroring service. Once you've enabled the service, you will start to see that your phone's notifications are working immediately. You can use Pushbullet to move files, which is very cool, pictures, links, and more between your devices, and it works very easily. Once you've installed the Chrome or Firefox extension, you can get a link on your phone to read later with a simple right click. It doesn't get much easier than that, and you can send more than just links too. Have something you didn't want to forget, push a note on your phone and it will show you the notification in your tray. Don't forget. So if you want to go grocery shopping and you do a list on your PC, you click a button, it's going to push it to your smartphone. So that basically it connects both your smartphone and the computer together, and it will allow you to transfer simultaneously pictures, files, pretty much anything you want. It's a really cool app, and I would definitely check this out. I think you'll really like it. If you're browsing on your phone and see something you want to check out later, click the button and it will put it on your computer, and you're basically pushing it from your cell phone to the computer or vice versa. I think this is a really cool app, and I know you'll like it. Now here's that cool piece of software that I was telling you about. This is pretty cool, and it actually works. This is called online dictation. It's dictation.io. That's the address. I'll have this in the show notes. But this is an online dictation service, and if you're handicapped or you have trouble writing or you don't want to write, this works very similar to the Dragon software. It's not anywhere near as robust, but it doesn't cost anything near what the Dragon software costs. So essentially what you need to do is, first thing you need to do is you need to load a voice recognition app onto your Chrome browser, totally free. And the way you do that is just go to voice recognition. In fact, when you go to the dictation page here, it won't work, and it will say allow microphone to work. And if you say yes, it will check to see if the app has been loaded onto your Chrome browser. If not, it will take you directly to this site, and you just click load app, voice recognition app, and bingo, that's it. Now, it will work with any headset, any microphone, even the microphone that's in your webcam. Right now, I happen to be using a very, very, very nice MXL microphone, and this is the BCC1, very high quality broadcast mic. So I don't have to touch anything. This software will actually recognize that. So basically, you can start two ways. You can just put launch app, and it will automatically bring you there. So I'm going to click start dictation and start new paragraph. Hello, everyone. This is the Gadget Professor. So it didn't quite get it. Let's try it again. New paragraph. Hello, everyone. This is Don Baine, the Gadget Professor. And it didn't get that either, but it's fun. You should check it out. And when you're done, you can hit stop listening. And you probably have to adjust the distance between the microphone and your voice, so to speak. But I tried it before. It worked flawlessly. Let me try it one more time here. I'm just curious. New paragraph. Hello, everyone. This is the Gadget Professor. Nailed it. There you go. So it's pretty cool. Check it out. You'll have a lot of fun with it. Now, let's move on here. And today we are going to have a very interesting, I think, gadget of the day, if you will. And this is called bytone. It's a wireless Skype headset. And I picked this one up for $21.99 on the CNET special that they just happened to run. And what it is it's a wireless headset primarily used for Skype or talking on the phone. And it comes with a couple pieces. It comes obviously with the headset, the built-in microphone, which would be right here. It comes in with a removable USB cord. This is used for charging primarily. That's its whole job. And when you put this in to charge, there's a little red light. I don't know if you can see the red light, but that's in the charging mode right now. The only buttons that are on it are positive, which would be to lower the sound. Let's try that again. Positive to increase the sound, and the negative, obviously, to lower the sound. And then in the middle, they have a pairing button that you're going to pair to. Now, what are you going to pair it to? Well, they have a very small USB key. There's nothing unusual about it. And that's what marries these two together. It's not Bluetooth, but I think it's its own separate frequency. This dongle will only work with this headset. And it's very simple. You plug this in, and there's a little button on the side here. I'm sure you can't see it. It just says connect. So once this is charged, what you'll do is you'll hold your finger in. This will start blinking blue. And then you'll hold your finger in on this pair button here, and this will start blinking. When the two meet, this will go solid blue. At that point, once these are fully charged, which they're not at the moment, once this is charged, this will run for 6 hours of talk time. And they work pretty well. I am actually charging these up now. I had left them on, so I went to shoot the Gadget Professor, and they weren't fully charged. So I have used them. They are a little tight on my head, but from what I understand from reading about them, they will loosen up. The tension will loosen up after you use them a little while. They are fairly well made. They do feel a little flimsy, but I think for making telephone calls on Skype, they're a great tool. The microphone is on a very well made, very handy movable wire, if you will, cable wire. And the sound is crisp. They're not heavy at all. And they do a great job. Now, one thing that comes with it that I thought was neat, certainly it comes with an instruction book. It's about the easiest thing in the world to hook up. It's so easy that there's nothing on the back page. But they work real well, no question about that. But what it does come with is a card. And this gives you 3 months free of the Skype service. And for that, you can have unlimited calls to Canada and the United States free for 3 months, and it doesn't activate until you go on the web and you have your own serial number there. But I'm not going to show it to you because I don't want anybody using my serial number. But once you activate that, you're good for 3 months, and that's not a bad deal. So I was looking around the internet to try to give you some specifications, and there isn't, but I'll give you the description. Talk is cheap, especially when it happens over Skype. When you call another Skype user when you're around the town or halfway around the world, it costs you nothing except what you're already paying for the internet service. Yeah, we get that. If you're calling a landline or a mobile phone, the rates are dirt cheap. Of course, it's not always convenient to sit at your PC during a call. That's one reason to consider the wireless headset. Freedom of movement while you can chat at distance, so you can actually walk around the room, and the distance is actually pretty good on this. I went at least 300 feet with absolutely no problems whatsoever on Skype, and I was actually calling someone on their cell phone, and it worked real well. I was shocked how well and crystal clear it was. So they do work, no question about that. So that's about all I can tell you technically. There's no specifications, and really it's making a phone call, so they're not going to be used for high quality stereo. They're used for voice communication. Now, as I was looking around, there was a 1-day sale for $21. You can buy them every day of the week for $35, and it's free shipping on Prime. Even Amazon, which usually has a phenomenal description, has very little information about it. Cut the cord on your Skype calls with this Skype certified wireless headset. Improve your Skype call quality with this comfortable super wideband stereo headset. Features include, here we go, 2.4 megahertz wireless hands-free, use up to 6 hours of talk time, rechargeable headset through your USB port, which is what I'm doing now. And it comes with 3 months unlimited US and Canada calling to landline and mobile phones on your Skype network. Echo cancellation and noise reduction. As I said, they work pretty well, and those features do work. Your frequency response, not that it matters, is 20 hertz to 20,000 kilohertz, which is decent. And this is really going to be only good because it's 2.4 gigahertz. It will only work. This will not work on Bluetooth, or it's not wireless. It will only work when they're used together. So that's about all of the information. It's 0.29 pounds. And as I said, I bought it for $21. Let's see where that was. $21. Let's call it $22. Amazon sells it for $34.99. Call it $35. If you really want to spend some money, believe it or not, it's on Free Talk for $90. Man, it's the exact same thing, believe me. You've got to shop around because that is just insane. It's really insane. $89. Skype, again, $35. Now, here's the interesting thing. I went to Skype because all over the box it's written Skype certified, Mac and PC compatible, free subscription, all that stuff. And it says true plug and play, which it is, built-in noise reduction and echo cancellation. Battery standby life is 2 weeks. Actual operation, continuous operation is 6 hours. All that's cool, but what it put on here is it had a little, this product has been tested and has met the high standards of our certification team. It has exceptionally wonderful audio quality, Skype. And this is what's called Skype certified, which is, this has the highest Skype certification that one could get. Okay? But if you go on the Skype website, which I did do, and I went to shop, there's anywhere where Skype is even selling this, and it's painted with Skype colors everywhere. It even has a Skype logo, and it says HD 720p on the package. It's not a camera, so I don't know. It's just weird, and it's weird that I can't find any corporate information on it. There is obviously a company called Binatone, but they don't list this product. So my guess is it's been discontinued, even though it works, and they're just blowing them out, and maybe a new model is going to come out. So if you want one, be careful how much you pay for it. And as I said, it's not even shown or mentioned anywhere on the Skype site. While I was on there, I figured I'll check out and see how much this card is actually worth, this 3 month service. Unlimited calls to Canada and the United States for 3 months. cell phone or mobile phone, or doesn't matter. 3 months. I thought that was a great deal, but as I started looking at the prices, and I just go to the United States, it's $2.99 a month. So that's $3. 3 months is $9. That's no big deal. Now, if I go unlimited to North America, that means all the phones in the United States and Canada, and landlines only in Mexico, Guatemala, Mexico City, and Monterey, it's $8 a month. So 8 times 3 is 24. So at least you'll get your money back if you use that service for 3 months and use it a lot. The funny thing is I can call unlimited world. Includes USA, UK, China, and over 60 other countries, excluding Colombian rural areas, $14 a month. So if you're looking for some cheap phone service that actually works quite well, Skype is a very good deal. It's very cheap. So my final comments on these are, if you can get them for the right price and you want a hands-free set so you can type on the computer and do other things while you're talking on the phone to someone using Skype or just to Skype chat, these are really nice. They work really well. The microphone is great. The echo cancellation is great, and I think they're a good buy for $22. I would not pay $25 is probably the most I would go on them, including shipping. But you do get the 3 months free, so you figure it out from there. I did like them. They're not total junk. They do work well. I hope you enjoyed the Gadget Professor this week. I will see everybody next Thursday. So long from the Gadget Professor.
The Gadget Professor is produced by Don Baine, Multimedia Communications, LLC. If you would like your product reviewed on The Gadget Professor or would like to appear on The Gadget Professor, contact us via email at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. The opinions expressed on the program by the host, guests, call-in listeners, or chatters are solely the opinions of the original source who expressed them. And thank you for watching The Gadget Professor.